Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. La 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 da 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 da. Well, it's Coffee with Scruff, and it's kind of end of the year. Roll the intro, and we're going to do some updates on Vanguard. And a very festive welcome to one and all. What we're going to do today, for those who haven't seen this before, is I'm going to show you what I do with my profits. At the moment, I've been harvesting them into a Vanguard from small accounts. And I do regular updates so you can see it build. Now, over the last sort of 3 years, it's got to a colossal amount. But I've put a fund inside the bigger fund so you can see it grow again. Let me show you. So let me flick this over. Yes, getting my holiday ready. I do a number of things, but I've been building up this account, and I'll show you where it comes from as well. Now, at the moment, this month I have a profit share of 252. So we'll just call it 250 quid. Okay, so I'm going to take 250 quid out of this account, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But I also do what's called save the change, and I'll get into that as well. And I have a prop fund, which I put money in as well. And it all came from an original figure. Now, if we look at this, you'll see here in September where it started. I've done this throughout the year. I did it in January with the guys. We saved up. I bought a holiday with it. We did it again in March. Did the quarter. Bought another holiday with it. In June, started with 200 quid. Bought another holiday with it. Collectively, it's done incredibly well. And I kept starting it because new members came into the squad and they wanted to start it. So I did it each quarter with them. Now, we're going to do it again in January because we're going off to Benidorm together. We're doing Benidorm 25 because the last one was such a good success. And I'll probably be dropping this down to 200 and raising it up again. But I wanted to sort of show you it being built as well. So anyway, that's the story behind it. But we're coming into December. It's currently the 13th. I don't trade in December past the 15th because the markets are unpredictable, they slow down, and basically I just want a break. And then in January, the first week of January, I always take off. Same principle. It's markets are all over the place. I just disappear off. And that's what you saw. I'm going off on a cruise on the 3rd. Anyway, cut long story short, we started with 200 quid. We made 88 that month in this particular account. What I did with that was I put 50 quid or whatever it is into the Vanguard, and then you can buy little prop funds for about 40 quid. Did that as well. The next month, we did quite well with the profits, and it built up a little bit, so we were able to put a little bit more in the Vanguard. And in the meantime, then in November, we did really well. So I was able to fund another account, which I made a complete arse of, by the way. If you go through the videos, it's still alive. It's just not. It's going to take probably till January's payout to get the money back, because I did lose some money. And this is one of the reasons why I split things up as well. But if you go through the updates, you'll see that, because that was a story on its own. Started being able to get money out of prop as well. So that all went into Vanguard. And then this month we've done incredibly well again, but it's only a short month. And the profits increase because as the account gets bigger, you can increase your position size. So it's like a snowball effect. And as you can see, it's done quite well. This is the benchmark that I was doing. I also look to lower the leverage in it. And I do get the comments about, oh no, you shouldn't lower your leverage because then you can't put the bigger position sizes on. Well, you lot have all failed, but I'm still here. Leverage is the Achilles heel. It's great when it's in your favor, but it's terrible when it's against it. You want as low leverage as you can. Okay, so that was the thing. And I'm looking to get a baseline on this of £1,000, and then I'll drop it down again. I'm not going to be quite there because I'm going to be taking 250 quid out of this, so it'll drop that balance below. But that 200 quid in September on this account alone, this is not including what the prop's done, it's not including what the other account's done, has made 1,560. So the return on investment on this is absolutely massive. It's 680% in 3-4 months. And how do I do it? You see me trade it every single day, and the guys in the squad see me do it every day. Right, so that's the story behind it. This is where we are. This sheet is fantastic. It's available to the squad members as well, but it controls everything. You know, tells me how big my position size is, what my target should be, how I cope with the market. In other words, keeping it as a journal. So here we go. 96 positions taken, 96%. Don't get them right all the time, but I get in and I get out. Okay, so 250. This is what I do with the Vanguard. So we started with nothing, and we started putting little bits of money into this. So at the end of September, we were able to put 50 quid at the beginning of in and just work away. So they're the investments we're going to add to this. Okay, now where's this go? Well, that goes in here. This is the Vanguard. Now the guys in the squad saw me start this with very small money 3 years ago. I don't think that's too bad. I did cash out some investments and put it in here, but most of that is from the trading. Okay, and as we can see, I have a very simple setup, you know, and the pot that we are building inside the pot is this one here, the emerging markets. So that's what we're going to be putting money into, and it's currently valued at 844. So that is what that is. Okay, so this bit here is only that emerging markets pot. It's cheap, it's got potential of good growth, and I drop money into it. Now on this, you'll also notice that I have something called Save the Change. So it's Save the Change. I'll touch on that in just a sec. There's the M5 pot, which is the one that you saw. There's a web trader pot. I haven't been able to use that for any money just yet because I fucked it up. And then there's the prop. Now at the end of the month, I'll be starting to draw money out of prop again. So that'll fill up. And then if I decide to take any more on, I've still got some elements here. Okay, so that's where we are in this equation. So the first thing is I'll quickly show you where this is. Okay, so if I just pull this into shot, this is the account that we've been building. I use BlackBull because they've got really good leverage, and when you've only got a small account you need the leverage, but when you've got a big account you reduce the leverage. Okay, there you are. It's 115 balance, just the same. So we'll pop that back up so you can see it. 115 balance. And if I go to history, I haven't done anything today because I'm just doing a review. If I go to the custom period and we go back, say, the last month or so, you'll see that's where we transferred it into this account, because you shut one account to open up a new one. Okay, so that's when that came in last month, because we were able to reduce the leverage on this. And then there's all the trades. Don't get it right all the time. Bish bash bosh, all the way down, all the way, and then there you go. There's your balance. All right, so what you're keeping an eye on is that. So that's 11.15. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to log into BlackBull itself. We're going to go over onto the wallet side of it, so bear with me. Okay guys, so I've logged into the back end of my BlackBull. As you can see, my cash wallets are empty. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go up onto that trading account, which is up here. There it is. This is what we call the Benny account. And we're going to do a quick transfer of it. Okay, so the source of it is there, and what we're going to do is we're going to transfer into this Scruffy wallet, and just to quickly refresh to show you what it is. My wage, what I've made for this month is 252.77. I'm just going to take 250 out of it. So what I would do there is just in the wage section, I'll put 250, which drops that balance down. I need to get that back to 1,000, and then I'm going to swap the account down into a low leverage, but it still tells me what my gross was. And then if we drop it over into the summary, comes onto there, 250. So from September to now, I've withdrawn from this £695. Okay, so that's what that is. So let me just go back to that wallet, and we'll put 250 across, proceed. Okay, so that gets done. If I look at my wallets, you'll see there is now 250 inside that wallet. So what I'll do is I'll just withdraw the funds. What we are going to do with it is we'll just click it onto there. You're going to withdraw this. How much am I going to withdraw? 250. Okay. Next. It's going to tell me where it is. Now I'm going to pause at this point so that I put my bank details in. So bear with me. That's it. So it's withdrawn back to where it came from, which is this debit card, which is my bank account. And you pay a £5 fee, and it's going to cost me, I'll get 245 into that account. Okay. Now the way it also works is they will drop me an email for me to verify, and you click in your emails. It comes in a minute or two, then you just click yes, it's me, and then that's it. All right, so that's on its way in. Okay, now I also said about, oh, there we go. If you give me a second, just flick that over. There you go. Now request into the wallet, which is down there, and you just approve it, just like so. Okay, and then there you go. They'll verify it, etc., etc. Okay, so the next part of it was I said about save the change. Now I have a separate bank account in my personal bank account, and I just call it Vanguard. And what I do is it's this thing here, save the change. Bear with me, guys. Yes, it's all live here. I needed to take that call. Yes, save the change. What happens is every time you buy a coffee or something on your current account, whatever the odd change is, the few pennies, it drops it into a bank account, saves the money. So you buy a coffee for £3.70, it'll put 30 pence in here, it'll round it up to the nearest pound. Now, what I also do at the end of each day, I round my current account down to the nearest fiver. So if it's got X amount 47.20 in it, I'll take 2.20 out and I'll put that in here as well. And across the month it adds up. Well, this month I've got 45.20 in it, and it's just by a few pence here and a few pence there. Doesn't seem much at the time, but now I've got 45 quid to add in it. Now, if you were looking at, say, my group, and you wanted to come in the membership, that would have paid it and then some. So it's all about how you manifest your money. So I've got 45 quid there. So really what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to the Vanguard, which is here. It's logged out. Let me log in again. There we go. So that's like 295 I can put in here. Well, it's actually 290 because I paid £5 fee. So what I'll do is we'll go down onto the ISA, go onto the investments, we'll look at this emerging market, and we're going to top it up. Okay, so we'll just take the next available price because I don't draw anything out of this. It's always the same, and we're going to go 290, just like so. proceed to payment. Yes, it's going to be a debit card. Let me just pause this while I put my card details in. Okay, that's going through now. So that is there. So it's Visa debit card, 290. Yes, I acknowledge what I'm doing. Boom. That should come through and tell me the payment is being made. It might take a couple of minutes, so bear with me just a second, guys. Might have to verify it with the bank. I do. So let me just verify that bank. What it does is it tells me to send a passcode. So you send the passcode and I'll just pop that in. Okay, that's now done. So what we can see on the next available price, they will add to that. Now, if I go back to my portfolio, you'll see that's increased. Okay, and drop the investments down, and it means the money's gone into cash at the moment, and as soon as the next available price comes, it'll move out the cash and into there. Okay, so if I drop onto my little spreadsheet, which is this one here, just drop the date in. So we were 45 out of there and 290 out of there. Okay, so in December, just need to add that onto there. Okay, so there we go. Now that's dropped down because obviously the current balance has not been updated as yet. But we can, oh shit, that was 245, sorry. There you go, 245 on there. But those two will get added onto this balance in a day or so. And that's it. So happy days. So what's the moral of the story here? It just goes to show that little steps build big pictures. Now that's taken from September to now. It's now in excess of £1,000 in one account. It's also paid for two other accounts, which are now paying me as well. This is all about harvesting and farming your profits. So that £200 initial investment has returned me a massive amount. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying I work on ROI. I'm not interested in risk reward or anything like that. I think that's gambling and stupid. It's brilliant to sell you things. You're shit at your job, but we're going to pay you anyway. It's the best sales pitch in the world. And you think about it. Yeah, you can buy my modules now. It was something I was never going to do, but people have requested it over and over. And that's where the squad came from. But it's always the same narrative, and the guys are doing quite well from it. They do have their wobbles because they slip back into gambling because there's so much noise out of there. Push the trade to this, push the trade to that, because it has to fit in with the narrative of RR. No. Stop as one job, period. Protect the account. That's where it starts and ends with the trade. Anything beyond that, it doesn't exist. You put on what you can afford. So if you look at your stop and it's going to stop you out for £100, be damn sure you're happy to pay that 100 quid if you're wrong. Then if you get 50 quid off the other end, yes, it's inversed at that point, but you already agreed to it and you made money. Because you go to a businessman and say, well, if I give you £100 and you give me 150 back, you would take that deal every day. But it doesn't work in the trading world for this trading culture. I'm not saying you go in inversed all the time. I'm just giving that as an example. What I'm telling you to do is be happy with the loss before you press the button. If it's wrong, it's a paid lesson in not what to do. Then there's other mechanisms you can put into place to alleviate the pain. I DCA, I move backwards into a trade. Was building up to a full position. I never go in full position, but I always position fully. correctly. In other words, I don't max out. I trade very small in relation to the account. It's why my hit rate is good, because I'm always trading from a point of peace. I'm calm. I also do my homework. I trade once or twice a day, and I trade when the markets are moving. This is what I'm talking about, little steps. I can work 3 or 4 hours to get my one trade. Most people can't. They can't even wait 3 or 4 minutes, and that is gambling. But if you follow the path and you do the job correctly, what I've just shown you is your rewards. And that's what I do every day, every single day. So it's just a quick update for Christmas. I might try and do something before Christmas, but I'm now kind of broke up till January. If you do want to contact me, all my contact details are on the website, which is scruffytrader.com. See what I do, what I'm about. And if you want to come along to the little Discord, we'll make you very, very welcome. But as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love and the money will follow. But on this festive treatment, treat the ones you love with love. And trust me, your life will be so much better. I love my life. See you all soon. Merry Christmas, everybody.